You are not expected to be the perfect lamb. That was my honor, my sacrifice, and my offering, my life. In your place. I do not want people to fear man or what man thinks. I want you to be able to focus when you are hearing my voice, because I will be telling you the same way I told myself. You're doing good. That's perfect. That's exactly how I want it. I will be walking with you. You will never be crucified. That honor is Peter's, because Peter had me inside of him. No one can take his honor. No one can take his glory. And I would never not give him his glory. So I tell you the truth. When I describe my wife and I tell you what she did, you will understand more and more about her, but you will understand more and more about her place and why she is so important, why she is my wife. Answering your questions does not make you less. With all of the traditions and lack of understanding that comes if you are not in the Father, as I was and am, you cannot understand simple arithmetic that God Himself had to have made sure someone died on that cross. Otherwise, you wouldn't know about it. And that God loved you so much. The moments that you don't know about, it says hood on my hand, Holy One, our deliverer. Someone told me when I was purchasing the lamb, because we are in 2023, but time does not exist. While I was walking, I knew I'm being scourged right now. The cashier said, "This is my Friday." But she did not say, "This is my Friday." She said, "This is Friday." Now, as a child and me growing up amongst you, I had to learn you have expressions. That what you're saying to me in plain speech doesn't mean what I think it means. I had to learn a lot to even make it to Jerusalem. The training I received was from love, and where I was born is undebatable and talked about. So when I tell you the truth, I am telling you from a first-hand experience. I am culminating why we keep communion. And showing you the Father's love is so much more than what you've been told, because you do not know the details and how far I will go. But only because no one told the Father's side. You think of the Father as this encompassing God, but you do not know how much He loves you. And if someone cannot preach that to you, they have no business preaching, because you are mine. So what I show you is the exact same thing that I told my apostles over and over and over again. So on that Passover, I had already reenacted it for them, because I would not want them to see me in that type of suffering. Not that they would not believe. That was not the point. Each one of my apostles did their job perfectly. I told Peter, before the cock crows, you will deny me 3 times. Peter felt a sense of relief, and at the same time, I want to go with you. The Moses in him came out. Lord, if you're not going, we're not going. We are not going unless you go with us. Your face to face with God Himself, high priest. Learning to be high priest. Went back generations that you can't, except for the little tiny tidbits of archaeological, I always say that word wrong. It's not a word. Of me allowing you to find certain things that tie back to the scripture and putting the passion in your heart to find it, showing you where it's at, and allowing all kinds of movements across my creation that place it in your path that you walk right into. While I hear what you're thinking in short statements and saying, okay, then answer this. Well, welcome to church with Jesus. And making it so that some believe and some do not. People, the author and perfecter of your faith, has always wanted to explain why I speak in parables. Purposely done so that some hear and some do not. An automatic rejection. Do you think I could not be a perfect Christian? Mastered it in 3 years. All the way up to the cross. It was simple. Don't smoke. Don't drink. As long as you do those 2 things, Christians will accept you. Come to a building. Do you think I could not be a Pharisee? Do you think I was not recruited? Do you think there was not disappointment at the same time? His people are Gentiles. You think these pilgrims that showed up cheering for me on that day fit the mold? Who do you think was cheering louder? My people or theirs? Why do you think I stayed away from Jerusalem? Lord, that's easy. That was your death. So you cannot say, why would God send his son just to die? When there is history and the fact that the Father and I are one. The Father died on that cross because he loves you that much. God himself came to earth and called himself Michael Bryan Thomas.